Okay, another practice problem like the last one. If you watched the last video on the last one, I think it was problem 22. Here for 24, it's going to be about the same. Exponential model. Reminder, that's the equation y equals starting number times multiplier to the power of x. And then after you have that much, you're going to plug in your 2 points. Again, I like to start with the higher exponent, or the higher exponent first. So the y there is the 250. I don't know my starting number. My multiplier, we don't know that, but to the power of the x there is the 8. And then I just take the second one, the lower x or exponent, so the 150, and I put this underneath it. It's just going to make, it's just a strategy I've learned that makes it so I don't have to copy the problem as much later on. Now, since these two sides are equal, again, I explained this in the last video where, you've solved problems if I said 2x equals 20 and you divided both sides by a 2, if you divide both sides by the same thing. Since 150 and this whole a times b to the 7th are equal, I'm going to just divide those. So 25 divided by the 150, the zeros would cancel when I divide out the 10s, and 5 goes into both of these. So if I divide 5 into there, I'd have a 5, 5 into there. So this would be 5/3 on this side. Over here, my a's divide out to a 1, cancel, reduce, simplify, whichever of those words you like to say. And then b to the 8th over b to the 7th, remember you subtract those exponents, or these 7 wipe out, cancel 7 of those 8, but that's just going to leave me 1. So in this case, I already know my b, my multiplier, in this problem. So it's going to be the 5/3. Well, once you know that, so far we know this. We don't know my starting number, but we know that my multiplier again is this 5/3. We're going to need that to the x power. Now you just take one of your original points, which I usually like to use the smaller number, or I also try to avoid negatives, but it doesn't matter. They should both work out. My y in that point is 150. My a, I still don't know, that's what I'm trying to figure out. My 5/3, and the x that goes with this 150 there was the 7. So then I worked this problem out to solve for that a by dividing both sides now by this 5/3 to the 7th. So then my a, whatever this works out to, be really careful you're dividing by this 5/3 and you get the whole 5/3 to the 7th. Maybe I'll just jump over to Desmos to demonstrate that. I'm going to really make sure that I do have it like that. 150 divided by the 5/3, the whole 5/3 to the 7th. All right, so let me see if I've got a Desmos open. I think I do. So let's get you guys so you can see that. And it was going to be, again, the 150, 150 over, down here I want in parentheses my 5/3. Oh, arrow to the right to get out of there. Arrow to the right out there, and then that fraction is to the 7th. So 4.1990. 4.1990, back over here where we were working. And the direction said to round to 3 decimal places. So 4.199 would be 3 decimal places for my starting number. And that was a 0 after that second 9. So the final answer for that problem would end up being A, right there, the 4.199, 3 decimal places, times my multiplier, this b right here, 5/3 to the power of x. And I would put that right in there. Good luck.